Guys, just to jump right back into Visitation. So you know what, there's not much time on here, so I just want to get back into the story. Okay, so day 2 we got up. The little hotel had the continental breakfast. That was the coolest one. I did vlog all of that, so I'll try to link those in the description box. It had this high-tech little pancake making machine. It was cool. Coffee, girl, you know I love me some coffee. We were able to get ready. I was only basically on time because I forgot about the time zone change, and I actually set my alarms to get up my time, which made me ahead of time. So we were able to get there on time. We had a decent visitation. Marcello was like, no matter what, I'm holding Miss Princess. The princess was like, she would take food from Marcello, but she wouldn't let him hold her. And it's because she doesn't really know him because of, he's in prison and he's so far away. We can't visit too often. So Princess like, but you can give me some of that donut you got, that little honey bun, or that bear claw, but she ain't finna touch me. So Princess at the end, he was like, I'm holding on no matter what. She cut up and act a fool. She was not finna let him hold her. So finally I try to walk her around outside on the patio area, and she's acting like she's gonna go to sleep, and then her head pops up and she's just looking around and everybody's like, oh, she's so cute. Like, she loved her attention. She's another little Money was the type, don't you tell her she cute, because now she finna show out for you. You could not tell Money she was cute. But Princess is being just like Money. So she just looking around. They're like, oh, she's the prettiest baby I ever seen. So I'm walking her around. And I'm like, this girl ain't going to bed. And she heavy on my back. So let's go sit back down. So I sit back down. Finally, Princess goes to sleep. And then we pass her to Marcello and he gets to hold her. Oh my gosh, to see him hold her, that was so precious. He was smiling, looking down at her, smiling. And that smile, like I said before, that's the smile he wore when he was out and free. And I could just, it takes me back like, to when he was holding Money. Of course, then we were 20 years something younger. He had his dreads, and then he didn't have his little vitiligo spots. But other than that, I promise it was the same vision. Like when I had Money, and I just couldn't help but to smile. We couldn't take pictures because they don't have a picture man at the moment. They were saying they may possibly let the canteen guy do pictures, but ended up they didn't let him do pictures. We did. I didn't eat that day. I think the day before I had noodles. That day I just had coffee. I had a pickle. I had one of the little dill pickles, and that's about it. I like to let Marcello eat because he doesn't get to like eat all the time like, I would like him to. So I let him eat, but he always wants us to eat with him. Like, so we eat. Visitation still goes by fast, even though we got there early. Still goes by fast. Now, this is the part that truly, now at this place, they don't play. They want you at 2, they start early, counting down 5 minutes left, like that. And it's really, some guards be real petty when they be like 15 minutes left, 10 minutes left, 5 minutes. Okay, we don't need that type of countdown. Like, girl, for real, just give us a little notice and that's it. And some, like, okay, at that point, you can get up, get your hug, whatever, throw your trash away, get your one kiss, one hug, each family member. But some, at that 2 o'clock mark, that's when you can start saying your goodbyes. Some want you to say your goodbyes before and get the heck up out of Dodge, like, for real. Okay. So this is the part that was so freaking emotional. You got to say goodbye. And I do have a video I'm going to link in the description box where I illustrated it, called Last Look Back. And it's about looking back that last time and blowing kisses because you don't know the next time you're going to see your loved one. And in that story, it was a pregnant girl that was standing in the line. I had Money. I was holding Money as a little girl. her hand. Money been visiting her father in prison since 9 months old when she was jumping at a several-inch thick glass at him. And now she's older than he was when he went to prison with a child of her own. And so back then it would be really hard. I would cry. It was just, you don't know how to. And then the child would cry. Like, I would try to put money to sleep before she had to see her father leave, because I couldn't take seeing her cry like that. So, once she got a certain age, I stopped crying. She stopped crying. It still hurt, but we know how to swallow that hard pill now, right? So at that time, I had seen a pregnant woman, and she was crying so hard, and she was pointing at whoever, I think it was the father of the child. And she was like, "You did this to me. You did this to me." And I just wanted to hug her and just tell her it would be okay. It would be okay if I'm okay, baby. Girl, you will be okay. And it's like so many broken homes, broken dreams, broken, just, I don't know. So it ended up being, it was this cute little, it was twins, some little twins. They looked to be about 8 years old. And then they had another sister that probably was around the same age. Maybe she was 9, maybe she was 7, but it was 3 little girls, but 2 looked identical. And they was just having the best time, galloping around and playing and this and that. And then it came time to say goodbye. Oh my gosh, the girls just started crying, like tears just started pouring from their eyes. And I'm like, you see a child in so much joy. They have their father there swinging them around and picking them up and everything. And now that joy just turns to utter pain. And you could see the pain and distress in her face. And the mother was sitting there crying too, because in a situation like this, you don't know what to tell you. There's nothing you can do to take that pain from that child. I know that pain. And I know that pain of watching my child hurt. Money went through so much, just missing and wanting her dad in school, me having to go pick her up and the guidance counselor saying they don't know why she's just uncontrollably crying, but all she's saying is she wants her dad. Like, girl, do you... So to see these little girls just crying and the mother just holding them crying, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I look at Money, and I'm like, Money, that was you. That was us. And I said, but it gets better. I said, Money, you tell them that it gets better, baby. And she's like, does it get better? I'm like, I don't know. I guess it does. It does. I don't know. Possibly their loved one doesn't have as much time. Most times people don't have as much time as Marcello. He has a 40-year sentence that I'm trying to fight, but he's already done 21 years on that wrongful 40-year sentence. So the lady standing in front of us, like, I literally wanted to cry, and I'm trying to hold it in. The lady behind us is hugging them all, like, so the mother's in a bear hug around the girls, and then the lady takes her arm and bear hugs the mother and the girls, and I'm like, oh my God. I am freaking about to cry. And the lady in front of me is like, yeah, I'm about to cry too. So she looks at Money holding Princess, and she's like, well, at least she's too young to understand this. And at least she doesn't have to go through this. And I say, yeah, but my daughter here literally been visiting her father since she was 9 months. I said, that was us. I know exactly how that feels. And the lady, like, almost wanted to drop her jaw. Like, she couldn't believe that I'm saying 21 years. Yes, 21 years. And Marcello, if nothing is done, will not be free till our little baby granddaughter is 17 years old. Hashtag free Marcello. It's your girl, Kadlac.